Nice to meet is Jordan Oliver, who is the under-13 champion in badminton. Well done, Jordan.
Thank you very much.
I saw you in the paper.
Yes, please.
You did well.
Thank you.
Next to him is Christine Fiedler. We know her well. She's a former head girl. She's now gone on to the Lord School, gaining 10 passes at CSC. Brilliant in all that she's done. Good morning, Christine.
Morning, Susan.
You can holler harder than that. And next to her is Shanice Seal, the immediate past head girl. She too has done excellent in academics, and she's now at the Combermere School in 6th form. Ladies, good morning, and gentlemen as well. It's good to have you. Now, you must be very, very proud of your school. Let's start with you, Shanice, for sure. You know, you've gone beyond these walls now, gone on to Combermere School to represent, nonetheless, Garrison, from which you've come very, very well. Talk to me a little bit about what it means having been at the Garrison School.
Well, being at Garrison Secondary School has been a great experience for me. I have met so many people who have helped to mold me, and these teachers here and all the people that I've met have just changed my life, and by being here they have molded me and prepared me for going to Combermere.
But you know, being at school is one thing, to have gone into classes, you have your history, your English, all of those other things, but there's some extracurricular activities in which you're engaged, the Emerging Global Leaders of Barbados. You know that's one of my favorite groups. So talk to me about that and what that meant for you here.
Well, at the Global Young Leaders Conference, we learned a lot about leadership. So I was able to enhance my leadership skills, and we were also given the opportunity to visit many memorials in Washington, D.C. We visited the Vietnam and Korean War memorials.
You could have come to school and just done like some others, have lunch, play, read a couple books, go home, come back tomorrow. But you chose instead to get involved in all of those things and to focus on your academics. What inspired you?
Well, some of these teachers here inspired me, just seeing the way how they do things, and just trying to encourage these children to let them know that it doesn't matter where you come from. Once you apply yourself, you can get anywhere just like anyone else. Christine,
you're of like mind. You're a former head girl, 2nd cadet officer, following on the heels of somebody else who went to school here, who is a worker at the CBC, Arlen Sinclair, as a matter of fact. You've also moved on to the Law School, 10 passes at CSC, balancing that with your cadet career and a whole lot more. Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you very much.
What does it mean to be an alum of the Garrison School?
Well, the Garrison Secondary School, first of all, is like my home. My mother actually called with me and told me, you live at the Garrison Secondary School. Well, here at the Garrison Secondary School, this is my shelter. I see the teachers and the students as my family. And being a part of something that special is heart-throbbing. You know what I'm saying? And cadets has just given me a place to fit in. And really and truly, that has molded me from being a shy, quiet girl when I came in first form to something special and a person that others can look to as well.
What do you think you can do for those other shy, withering youngsters at the Garrison School today to be able to bring them out and to help them blossom as you have been able to benefit?
Well, I've already started. I've been at the orientation for the first formers. I've encouraged them to join cadets, or not even cadets, an extracurricular activity. Once a child is in that, I see that it brings them out and fits them in, not only socially, but spiritually as well. And not only is an extracurricular activity helpful, but it also enhances an individual in the classroom as well, in the classroom setting, to bond with their peers as well.
Give me something or things that a lot of persons watching today just don't know about the Garrison School.
Well, the Garrison Secondary School is the best school in the island. It's a place where I can say the teachers are awesome. I mean, as you leave home, your mother, your parents. You come to the Garrison Secondary School, you know you have a place to fit in. The teachers here are warming, caring, and with the help of the principal, right, with his vision to make the Garrison Secondary School next school frontier, we are right behind him.
I like that. The next school frontier. We're going to get the chance to talk to him a little bit about what that is and what he sees as well for his school. Jordan, I saw you in the paper. That's because you are now the under-13 champion at badminton. Congratulations, Jordan. And you have 3 wooden things across your chest to salute you for that as well. Let's talk a little bit about badminton. Why are you involved in badminton?
When I was 5 years old, my cousin, he introduced me into badminton here at the Garrison Secondary School. And as I grew older, I started training here at the Garrison Secondary School in the hall. And as I grew, I started traveling to other countries to participate in other tournaments to represent Barbados.
But that skill would have been honed here at the Garrison?
Yes, please.
Y'all play badminton at the Garrison?
Yes, please.
Wow, I didn't have that in my time at school, that's for sure. So what form are you in?
I'm in class 1-0.
Oh, you've just come in?
Yes, please.
You feel good to be here?
Yes, please.
Made a lot of friends so far?
Yes, please.
Now hold up those medals so that the whole of Barbados can celebrate with you. Bring them up. You know, and what are they?
The big one here is
First place.
This one is 2nd place. And this one is 3rd place.
So you came 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in the same thing?
Yes, please.
Well done. Well done, Jordan. You've done your school so well. What do you want to be eventually, having gone through here at the Garrison School for the number of years you will be here?
I was planning on being a doctor.
I'll be too old for you to take care of me, but nevertheless, I might very well turn up at your door.
Yes.
And so what are you going to do to ensure that you eventually become that doctor?
Study hard, get my books most of the time at home. During the summer, I was in my books on and off, but I think I could do better.
All right. Thank you, Jordan. Christine, the cadet corps, nevertheless, is a very strong cadet corps here at the Garrison School. We're going to take a look at them because they're outside marching as we speak, as a matter of fact. There they are in assembly. You have led this corps at some point in time.
Yes.
How does it feel when you look at them still dressed?
Well, when I left this year, it was heartbreaking. I actually cried at the closing parade and award ceremony. But looking back, I was in 3rd form, right, being the most senior here at the Garrison Secondary School. And I actually had to train others to prepare for this day when I leave. And now looking back, I can say the unit here is left in good hands.
Well done. That unit there on your screen, everybody, is a very well-run unit. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Shanice. Thank you, Jordan, as well. They are excellent products of the Garrison Secondary School. The band is still playing. Everything here just really is the next edge of what's happening. Matthew Farley in just a moment to catch his vision and to get a sense of what else is unfolding here at the Garrison Secondary School as we come live from this institution of learning. Well, that's the band at the Garrison School, award-winning, and the music continues to play. Let me tell you, the prospects are also fantastic for them. I want to drop some names before we get to the principal. Jackie, our production assistant, has been here. Zelma Daisy in our accounts department has been here. Yolanda Yard, who works radio and ICT, has been here. Avril in our human resource. Arlen in our human resource. Andrea in our film assembly. Corey in our MCTV. So you can see CBC has embraced a lot of what has come from the product of the Garrison School, and we are richer for it. I've taken over the principal's chair, so he's my student today. Matthew Farley, good morning to you.
Good morning, Pearson.
Don't let me teach it to you this morning.
That's okay.
Congratulations, first of all,
Thank you very much,
36
Pearson.
years. It's a legacy that you now have responsibility for.
Yes. I have inherited an excellent legacy, and I want to commend, of course, the former principals, Graydon Seeley, there's Myrna Belgrave, Mrs. Byron, and all the other deputies that have contributed towards what I now enjoy and what I am going to, as I say, move to the next level.
Yes. You have been radical in reform in this school and in education in Barbados. One of your students talk about the new frontier.
Yes.
What is that new frontier?
Garrison Secondary School emerging as the next educational frontier. You know, there's what they call some old ways of seeing education in Barbados and schools and so on. And we're demonstrating that regardless of which school you go to, you can achieve. And I'm hoping that before the program finishes, you get a chance to meet some of the tours of the Garrison. I don't have to call out the names, but some members of the cabinet will join us lately. And I'm saying to Barbados, look, when you support schools, when schools have a vision, it doesn't really matter whether you come from wherever. We can bring the best that there is in you. So the next educational frontier is going to demonstrate that the Garrison, like all the others, they're Harrisonians, Garrisonians, that we can be proud products of the educational system and do this country proud. We want to break down those old barriers that say persons from certain schools can't achieve. It's a nonsense.
That's one side of it. But you're also battling against a reality that says, you know, at the end of the day, I'm going to still box you into some corner, Matthew. So how are we going to change Barbados? This is what you want for Garrison, but we want Barbados in order to break down those shackles.
We can change it one school at a time and one man at a time.
I like that. I like that. So give me step one.
Step one is that we need to start working with parents to change their thinking and their perception of schools. And then we have to start working there with the children, so that when they come to schools like the neuro-secondary schools, there's not this sense of failure, but they recognize that once they come to us and they have that positive sense of who they can become, that we can take them there. As I said, the Garrison School is not just a school, it's an experience.
You know, that's words. I'm sorry, I don't want to seem rude.
It's more than words. It's more than words.
Then make it real for me.
More than words.
I come to school, I have my bag on my back with my books in it and my lunch. And my experience is fun because I've done all the things I wanted to do and I go home to come back tomorrow. What is that experience? What else are you doing so that I don't just do that, but I become the rounded member of society that you want at the end?
It is epitomized in our motto: promote all aspects of our growth. So it's not just academics. There's an array of extracurricular programs, core curricular programs. You'll get a chance shortly to meet Tim Garrison. And they're actually taking photographs of all that's happening here today to keep that in our archive. So when they leave, if they want to pursue photography, they've had a chance to practice it here. And that's just one example.
Right. I know that you also have a class in helping people to become real entrepreneurs, like haircutting. The
barbering, cosmetology. We produced perhaps within the last 5 years or so about 15 practicing barbers who are now doing well at Brothers Barbershop, Nanad, and other barbershops
as well. There's a guy who cuts my hair.
You see what I tell you? I think your hair being cut by Garrisonian.
Yes.
I have a suspicion.
Yes, it has. Yes. He was proud to tell me that he has been here.
So that's what it means. So regardless of what field you are going to pursue, what career you're going to pursue, we have a slot for you at the Garrison and we can take you there.
That's not co-education, because that's what this school is. Yeah, you drop. It's co-education, but the boys, they're still concerned that the boys are losing it.
Pearson,
what are you doing?
We don't have an issue at the Garrison with boys. Check my cadet unit. 90% of them are boys. Check the Steel Orchestra. The boys are there. It's not a problem for us.
Yeah, but look at what they're doing. At the end of the day, people are going to say, but I want to see results on paper. I want to see 10 CXCs, and I want to see them become, and if they dot.
Our records, they're there in their records. I have made a point only recently, very recently, that we have students leaving the Garrison, including boys, who are just as qualified or better qualified than those going to the brand name schools. Yeah. But at the same time, there are those who are not academically inclined whose dreams can be realized here as well. So we have to strike the balance.
I'm trying to understand still the construct that talks about the difference in maturity, boys versus girls. And we do know that that's a reality. Girls tend to mature in their thinking a whole lot faster than boys.
Brain research does indicate that. Certainly at 11, a girl is much more advanced in terms of her competence to communicate and so on than the boys are. But the boys catch up somewhere around 14 or 15.
How are you now taking that reality into the classroom so that they are constantly abreast?
I have said to my teachers that boys and girls are inherently different, and you should not treat them as if they were clones of the same cookie mold, so to speak. And therefore, I promote and encourage gender sensitivity, which recognizes that boys must be given chance to do things and not be allowed to hide behind anybody. So is that we had a girl on our boys cricket team. Some people feel that might be a little problematic for the boys, but we feel that where opportunities exist, regardless of your gender, you should have the chance.